So this is just going to be a brief video, but I wanted to show you all my, if you could even call them tubs, my plastic totes that I've got going outside with some different guppies in them. So these are half black AOC leopard. So we're gonna try and run away. These are some that I got from LRB, just kind of a mutt strand, if you will, or cast-offs from a genetics project, I guess. Something that needed out of the way so that he could do something else. Let me get some food here. I'll feed these guys. I already fed them a little bit ago, so they're not super into it. They've got fat bellies now. One thing I do want to show you, if you take this frog bit, or at least this is what has happened in my experience, and move it out into a pond or a toad or a tub, look at how long those roots get. We'll pull another one. Pull a couple of them. Massive root systems on these things. So I thought that was pretty cool, and that'll be neat when we transfer those back indoors. I actually brought some more out, so this is kind of the standard root length I get inside. I get some a little bit longer, but nothing like what's going on over there. And then we are moving these, it was a purple Moscow line that I got from Oddball Aquatics mom, I think it was, at the Indiana CCAC fish swap. Look how pretty these guys are out in the sunlight. Now we don't have a terribly long time left for tubbing, but I'm going to move these guys out here until the end of the season, and then we'll bring them back in and probably put them into a 55. They were in a 20 long, but there's just so many of them. We're going to move them into a 55 that we've now got available. Brought out some guppy grass to throw in this one. So one thing you do need to keep in mind is you should, hopefully where you're at, be getting rainwater. And if that happens, that means your water level is going to, of course, rise. So you need somewhere for that water to go without overflowing the tub. So what I like to do is cut a hole and then just take a sponge and then just cut all the way around. And that way you can just stick that through there. It's going to hold in place really well. And when the water flows up, it'll come through that sponge, keeping all your babies and stuff inside, and allow it to drain off without losing fish. We don't want to lose fish, right? That's not why we're doing this. I may be able to do one live here. I've got to cut a couple. So, let's see if we can do this on the camera. We're not going to cut all the way in. Maybe about a ½ inch in. Maybe a little deeper. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then you've got your sponge cut in like that. I just put this hole in here. I'm going to do that. And then your guppies are safe. So there are a couple different ways. Of course, you could just use a razor knife. If you happen to have some of these bits lying around, these are actually for drilling through glass, but they will work in this plastic. This one's kind of used up in terms of glass, but I keep it around for plastic or for like making my template for drilling with new bits. But that's pretty much it. I went on a little longer than I expected to. I'm going to take in this tub here and put the gambusia that I collected in Florida in this one. So both of these two have still got a lot of mosquito larvae in them because they've not had fish before. I hadn't really decided if or what I wanted to put out here. And then these guys, I brought about half of these out today just because all the larger ones have been out here about a week and a half, I guess. And they're growing a lot quicker than the ones that were inside. So figured I'd move a bunch more out here, see if we can get some good growth off of them. Try and get you a couple of underwater shots before I cut this. See if we can get you a good shot of these guys. Look at the color on those. Lots of blues in them. hand over the camera. Well, if I lose audio, I just want you to know that I appreciate you watching, and until next time, keep your fish healthy, keep yourselves healthy, catch yourself a little fish room fever. Take care, everybody.